Well, the next knot I'm going to tie is one that probably divides more fishermen than anything I've ever seen. It's the FG knot. Everybody seems to have their own way of tying it. I reckon there's probably 40 or 50 versions of it out there. But you know what? The way I look at it, find the one that works for you and that you can tie and you trust, and that's all that matters. So let's see. I'll show you how Fergy does it. What I'm going to do, I've got some of the atomic lines here, 60 pound. I'm going to join this to my 30 pound braid. This is my shock leader. I'm fishing for gummies and snapper at the moment, and that's my shock leader to put a little bit of stretch into the system. So I'll show you how I tie an FG knot. It may be different to the way you tie it, but you know what? It works for me and it doesn't fail. Okay, I'll show you how I do mine. I said there's no right and wrong way, but whatever works for you. So I've got my tag in there of my 60 pound, pinched against my braid, and the braid is on a rod here. Just going to tighten that up a little bit, sorry about that. My braid's on the rod here. The rod is in a rod holder, so it's on the reel. So it's got tension, that's what I want. So braid up against the mono there. I'm going to go over, pinch it, under, pinch it, over, pinch it, under, pinch it. I'm doing that 14 times. Some people go more, some people go less. Everyone's a little bit different. I find that sort of 14 to 15 is good. If you go up into like 20 and that, depending on how thick your braid is, the knot actually won't pull down. So you can't have too many. It doesn't need to be a crazy long knot. Now, that's about 14 roughly there. One more. 14. And that's pulled it up nice and tight, I guess, there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mono back against the braid. And I'm just going to do 2 half hitches to lock this off. 1, 2. Now, I've got about 300 mil of surplus there. That's me tagging to let me work. Now, I'll bring this up here to the camera. You can see that hopefully against my black shirt there. That's been there. Now, I want to test that and I want to pull it up. Braid will cut into your hand, so I use this little fish donger for motion accessories. A couple of wraps of the braid around that. A couple of wraps of mono around my hand. And then pulling it up tight. Yep, I'm going to grunt on the camera. That is tight. So I know that knot's not going to slip. I'll pull that down in tension. You won't see it on the camera, but what actually happens is the braid is biting in between the mono there, and you'll see the mono start to change colour a little bit. I just lost my cutters, bear with me. So I'll get my cutters, and now I can cut that mono right back against the knot there. To finish it off, there's lots of different ways. There's half hitches, there's risotto finishes, there's lots of different ways. I simply am going to do about 10 half hitches, and what I'm doing there is I'm alternating left for one, right for the next. So I'm just alternating it. What that's doing is I'm just extending a double effectively down the braid and giving like a little ramp for that tag end to go through the guide. It just makes it go through nicer and a little bit more strength on the braid. Righto. Few like that. That's pulled up tight. Now I can trim off that tag end if I haven't lost my cutters again. Leaving about probably 4 or 5 mil of braid just hanging off the end there. It'll end up unraveling at some stage. A little bit of spit on that if I want. I can pull that up. Oh, that braid certainly hurts the hand. That is tight. That's an FG knot. It's a very simple way. So I started with the mono like that, with the braid here, over with the mono, over with the braid, over with the mono. So doing alternating left, right, 14 turns. Gives you a very slim, neat FG knot like that I find is very good, very strong, and it doesn't fail for me. So I hope that's helped you. Thanks for watching.